Hi Pisces, thanks for joining me for your January 2018 Astro Tarot forecast. I am shuffling a new deck, Salvador Dali's Universal Tarot. Here's the cover, it's badass. I'm loving it and I'm getting some really good vibes when using it. So I wanted to let you know, if you haven't booked your annual Astro Tarot reading with me, I am available and you can find me at audreyalison.com. And I'm suggesting a 60 or 90 minute Astro Tarot combination reading so we can get down to what your year looks like. And I appreciate you choosing me for your readings, and thank you so much for your subscription here to the channel. Let's get to it. It's eclipse season, and we have some major personal planet energy and transits happening. On the 1st of January is our full moon at 11 degrees of Cancer. So Pisces, this full moon is trining any of the Piscean placements you have. Please watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for a full scope of the month. And bringing closure to the 5th house. Pisces who were with child are now giving birth at this time, culmination and completion in the sector of children and fertility. Also, a firm grasp on creative projects and maybe even completing some goal that you were accomplishing in the Mercury retrograde, pushing forward against the current during Mercury retrograde. Full moon in the 5th on the first day could also see you put to rest some closure in a romantic tryst. It's not a serious relationship. It would be something where there was an attraction, maybe physicality, lighthearted dating. And you might close the door on things that no longer serve the best alignment to what you want. And that's the full moon in Cancer for you. I think you feel good about this decision, though, because it's trining you harmoniously and you can release something in the 5th house. Some of you are giving up gambling habits in the 5th house. Some of you are closing the door on sports betting because that's also 5th house, and it doesn't get a lot of credit. But that stuff is very real. You could also close the door on maybe the tone of you on the 1st of the year might be a little serious and less playful than usual. That's okay. You can't be at full pace every day of the month, but having some awareness in your 5th house of lighthearted energy, it might have you deciding when to be less playful and when to get serious here. And it's the day that normal, people just set their resolutions for the 1st of the year, even though that's really best suited for your solar return. But I don't want to take the tradition away from anyone. If you do New Year's resolutions, you might take a little serious tone with that, Pisces, and that's okay too. On the 11th, Mercury moves into Capricorn. The planet of intellect and details and analysis is now direct and headed into the Earth sign where Saturn is currently stationed at 0 degrees. And Mercury here is discerning your friendships. He's helping you check off the checklist to goals and wishes and obligations that are unfulfilled as of yet. And you can also cross the T's and dot the I's in the goal list with Mercury here. You have him available to you for 20 days in this sector, and you will be communicating with a lot of friends and social clubs and groups and organizations. It's a very heightened social time for Pisces, Pisces rising. On the 16th, we have our new moon at 26 degrees of Capricorn in this 11th house, conjunct Mercury and Saturn. So the influence for you this year is, where do you want to belong and with whom? Who are your friends? Who are you connecting with? The new moon's energy here wants to see a new batch of inspiration for Pisces in this sector. And you might treat 2018 like a clean slate in terms of who you're spending your time with and who you're attaching your name to. What groups have you on their list? I'm also getting some board members. On the board of directors. Some of you are no longer participating and some of you are joining. So it's interesting to see where Pisces will connect and with whom because of the social sector so influenced. On the 17th, Venus enters Aquarius, and 2 days later, on the 19th, the Sun enters Aquarius. So I never mind a 12th house sector influence because it chills you out, and you naturally govern the 12th house on the solar wheel, Pisces. So having this Venus-Sun conjunction in Aquarius smooths over the dream life, how you are resting, the sleep. You are experiencing a little bit of a download psychically if you allow yourself to be open to receive that kind of information. Meditation and spiritual connections and metaphysical experience could be heightened, as well as your yearning for the learning of astrology and tarot, and perhaps participating or getting your own readings. That is a lot of the 11th house. And the 12th house is spirituality and calm, and even music and peace. The release and the undoing sector is ignited for you with Venus there, which is harmony, balance, smooth, aesthetic, and calm. And conjunct the Sun, our life force, you might deserve a much needed rest, Pisces. On the 26th, Mars, the planet of aggression and physical activity, enters Sagittarius, which gives stimulation to the 10th house of career for you. And Saturn has just reworked this area for 3 years, and now he's gone. So with Mars here, you haven't had this experience with Mars in the 10th house without Saturn there for 3 years. This is a catalyst transit. You will see this area of your life pick up for those of you waiting for work, for those of you not sure of the direction you need to head to be completely successful in what you do. Mars there will assist. And quickly, because he's a heated little guy. And he also is assertive. So you could take direction, Mars, action, Mars, in the 10th house of social status, your title, how you project yourself in your career full time. Who are you elevated to as far as career? This is all powerful with Mars there. Eclipse season, on the 31st, we have a blue moon. It's the second full moon of January. Full moon total lunar eclipse at 11 degrees of Leo, 11-11. 11 degrees of Cancer full moon on the 1st, 11 degrees of Leo full moon on the 31st. It's a spiritual awakening time. This is the time for messengers, astrologers, healers, mediums, psychics, heal to touch, Reiki workers, crystal workers. It's a time for us to rise and help people. And during all of the new political, socioeconomical change and outbursts and environmental chaos, the healers are called upon more than ever. And it's for Pisces, it's closure in the health sector for you. Putting to rest an ailment, allowing this eclipse to remove what pains you in the 6th house of health and well-being. And for those of you suffering, it's time to mentally prepare for this release. Don't rely on what has been wrong with you. Move forward with the detachment from ill health and move forward into better health. Also, put an end to any work or schedule that is overwhelming you and make room for replenishment that is available to you in February, because we will have our new moon eclipse on the 15th, and that is where you will be replenished. On the 31st again, Mercury makes a shift into Aquarius, into that 12th house, conjunct the Sun and Venus. Quiet time. Healing time, Pisces, the healer. Let's see what cards come up for you. Again, I would love to read for you. Please consider booking your Astro Tarot session. If you're not into the astrology portions of these readings, I do offer just the tarot, which is a very psychic tarot session, and you have your option of 10, 30, 45, 60, or 90 minutes with that reading as well. Pisces, let's see what comes up for you in the Salvador Dali deck. First card, I'm sorry, but I have to count them because they're not labeled. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is my first time using this deck. The 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment, goal fulfillment. Look at the artistry. Dolly is a beast, and I mean that in a positive way. The 9 of Cups is the 11th house of goals and wishes. There are two goals, or two cards that represent your goals and the fulfillment of them. One is the Star, one is the 9 of Cups, and it is here. So there's no doubt that Pisces will reach where you need to go. But getting there could take a little bit through the eclipse season. 10 of Wands. And if you haven't joined me on Instagram, I post almost daily regarding the tarot and the astrological placements. And the 10 of Wands I just did recently. And it is about releasing the burdens, releasing in the 12th house. So 11th house was very present with the 9 of Cups. 12th house is very present with the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is akin to Sisyphus in Greek mythology, who pushes the rock up the hill just to have it roll back down on him. And the message with the 10 of Wands when this card appears is that you don't need to keep pushing. Release your burdens here in the mind and get what weight is on your back off of your back. Don't commit to obligations and every plan that's put forth to you. That's something else I'm noticing. If you don't want to make plans with people, don't. There is zero obligation to continue to connect, continue to talk about the bullshit of life. I'm getting a lot of that energy in some of my client readings, how people are just getting needier and needier. Not my clients, but their problems and how they feel obligated to connect. Just because relationships have been around for long periods of time doesn't mean they still resonate with you. It's okay to cut the cord, especially when your 12th house of release and the undoing is lit up for you. The Sun, Venus, Mercury. Your next card, ooh, King of Swords. This is an air sign, male. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be the person you're cutting out. This could be a person causing you burden. The 10 of Wands next to this card, maybe they've troubled you or you've troubled yourself. Let's not get it twisted. No one can trouble you. You're in charge of your reaction and your emotion to crises and just normal situation in life. This person could be pushing your buttons and you need to control your reaction and how you deal with people. Maybe you were cutting the cord on this air sign, King of Swords. Let's see what else is here. Wow. I'm like counting because they don't have numbers on them. 9 of coins. So you have that 9 of cups, 9 of coins. This is my favorite coin card in this suit of coins because it suggests having so much abundance that there's no need to worry. You can now treat yourself. You can buy yourself that car or that fancy piece of clothing or something that you had desired. And okay, so the image I'm getting is the typical 9 of coins, which is the female sitting out of the window, looking out the window, and she's got her home and her property, and she's eating grapes and wine, drinking wine and eating cheese. He's got a parrot on his hand. That is a parrot, right? Yeah. He's got a parrot. He's chilling. He's got artwork, Venusian, Venus energies, artistry surrounding him, tapestries. Okay, some of you are decorating, and even though your home environment isn't lit up, you could be making your space more beautiful and comfortable and serene. And the 9 of coins suggests the money to do so. You have one more card, the Devil. What are you bound to? Some of you have connections with this King of Swords, and it's not exactly healthy. You're not soaring like the butterfly should. You are maybe feeling a little oppressed and stuck. stuck, maybe walking uphill, pushing that rock up, having the same, some of you have had the same experience happen with this person over and over and over again. And you are cutting your own wings off. You're cutting yourself short. And just think about your goals that are positive, not the goals that cause other people harm or put things in jeopardy. You've got the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Coins that I really love in this reading. And if you focus on what you want to obtain here and you have a spiritual approach about it, and you're not negative and you're not trying to, oppress anyone or speaking negatively, or, the devil is also jealousy and envy and all of those, gluttony, all of that, all the 7 deadly sins. And you might be participating in this, and it's time to, step back out of that. Now, someone also close to you, maybe this person, is participating in this. Either way, I think you need to focus on your money, your environment, and protecting yourself with protecting yourself with a strong peace of mind, and releasing the energy that's no longer fulfilling you. These 2 cards together. See how this guy, you see how this face up here, this profile is like watching this guy walk uphill with these wands on his back. This has this kind of energy where it's oppressive. There could be some stalking energy happening too. You might want to watch what you are participating in or what someone else is participating in via all of the stuff we can do now, everything global, the internet, all of it. Protect yourself and don't participate in negative acts or negative behavior that you might be doing on repeat. Hey, that could be this too. This oppressive card and restrictive card and wasting time doing things that aren't healthy over and over and over again, causing you stress and burden. So stop participating in it because it's not a cute look. All right, Pisces, I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm wishing you a beautiful new year. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.